I got all the newspaper back in this bin. When I'm finished, I'll show you what I decided to let go of and what I decided to keep and where I put it. If you have anything around your house that you want to go through, maybe you've got some Christmas bins to go through, maybe you want to do some decorating, decluttering, whatever it is, grab your stuff and come on and let's do it together. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Today I'm going to be going through some of my Christmas bins. These are the ones that we actually use the things and need to bring them upstairs. Anything else is downstairs. Sentimental Christmas things that we don't actually use anymore, or I don't want to use them, but Randy wants to keep them, that sort of thing. And also boxes, bags, anything like that. I used to be really bad about not labeling my bins, so I didn't know what was in them. But once I organized everything, I started putting labels on them, but I used temporary labels. I put the year that I used it, and I put what I have put into this bin. Now, that doesn't mean that's all that's in there. That doesn't mean I didn't poke something else in afterward. But I at least know that I have these things. So this one has basket books. I don't know what that means. Maybe it was a basket of books. Trees, snowmen, Santa and tree, fireplace. Okay, I have no idea what that is. So not a great label, but at least I know it's not ribbons and bows, right? Right off the bat, I can see that I did add some things to it. This is a picture that I cross-stitched years ago, an angel picture. You know what? I'm going to take this in the living room, this whole bin. I'm going to take this in the living room, put it in the floor. That way I can get everything out and see what I have. This is a cute little fairy that my sister got for me a few years ago. It makes me think of a Charlie Brown tree. It's not a Charlie Brown tree. I used to have a collection of Christmas trees. I've decluttered most of them. The little Boyd's Bear Angel ornament. The night before Christmas, you know, I decluttered a lot of my books, and I had a lot of Christmas books. I have a bin of them left, but I put these few in here because I used them to decorate with last year. And A Christmas Carol. Have you watched Organize with Joy? She does the tiny tidies a lot, so you should check out her channel if you haven't popped over to hers yet and meet her. She always has good content. I used to do book shows for my poetry books. I used to set up at book shows, and I bought this to be part of the decoration on my table one year. And this too, it's upside down. It's a package, so I bought some things that kind of coordinated. Another snowman. I had a collection of snowmen too. Yes, I had collections of the wazoo. And another snowman. And another snowman. And then we have these two things, and they have more stuff inside. Let's see what we got. Oh, I remember this. It's Santa and a little girl. If I can get it out of here, I'll show you. It's got the flocking for his coat. Oh, I think I used these on my little Christmas trees last year. Maybe. I don't know. Another tree. I just gotta find this. That must be what this is. I think it's an Avon thing. Yep, Avon. I bought it a long time ago. I might use these somewhere. I stacked the Christmas books and put them here. I'm not sure I'm going to leave them there, but then I remembered I have Christmas things in here that I need to pull out and possibly use. So I'm going to grab these things out, and then I have some things over here as well. I might even use these little ornaments on my tree. They're not dollar store, but that's okay. It doesn't have to stay dollar store tree. Might as well use these cute little things. There's a hole right here where we can put this cute little angel. Nah, I think I'll just leave it Dollar Tree. I'm going to take these back off, but I'm not going to declutter them. I'm going to save them because I think they would look really cute on our little tree. They're the perfect size. I'm not sure if these things will stay in these places, but so far, this is what I have done. Randy got back home before I got finished with that bin, and now he's watching TV. You may be able to hear it. So I switched to a different room. Now I'm going to work on this box. One thing that I like to do is store ornaments in a pretty box that I can use for decor. I've used this one, just the lid, and I could prop it up on the fireplace if I wanted to, and I don't have the bulkiness. And then I can also use the box to put things in. I think I have put these up on those 6 little shelves in the kitchen. Oh, you know what I did last year? Actually, I put Santas on one side and Nativity on the other. You see, even the inside of that box is pretty. There was a lot of stuff in that bin, including a couple of cards. I think that would match my living room right now. This one is from Jen from Live Life Love with Jen from last year. I decided to not use the Santas or the Nativity this year, so I just put them back in here in the box. Luckily, I was able to look at my video that I had done and put them back in there the same way. I got that at the thrift store one year, and I used that, to put all of these things that I had used on our little trees last year. We have 2 little purple trees, and I had used these 2 tin and box things to put the smaller items in that I decorated the tree with. This one reminds us of our dog we used to have. We had him for a long time. He lived to be kind of old, and his name was Spooky, so we're going to hang on to that. I don't know if I'll have a place to use these wooden candy canes, so I think for the moment I'm going to keep them. This bin has Christmas Boyd's figurines and small stuffed Boyds, so I'm assuming stuffed bears. I used to have a lot more. I think this whole bin was full, and I've narrowed it down quite a bit. So I don't know if I'll find anything that I'm ready to let go of. We'll see. I haven't used these in probably 3 or 4 years at least. Used to be in my curio cabinet. I used to have that in the dining area, and all of these things and much more was in there. I narrowed it down quite a bit. This one is Alice in Wonderland. My niece got that for me for Christmas one year. Some of you may know, remember Jody. She was in a video before. Oh, I forgot about my Christmas tree. Do you guys remember my Christmas tree? This was actually, it's a shelf. But when I saw it at the thrift store, it was on a shelf higher than I could reach. And it looked like a Christmas tree to me. So I thought, oh, I gotta have that. And just happened to be my sister was there at the thrift store at the same time. And she goes, you know that's a shelf, right? It's upside down. I'm like, no, but I don't care. I like it. It looks like a Christmas tree to me. So I love my little Christmas tree shelf. So let's see what else we've got in here. You know, I think I'm ready to let the gnome go. Maybe I'll find some other things that I'm ready to let go of. I have another Santa that my sister made. I want to keep that. I have my elf socks here, and I have some table runners. I use these to put on our hearth. I don't know if I'll put them on this here, but I'll probably hang on to those. Let me go see if I have places to put these things, and then I can make decisions. These are my stuffed Boyd's bears. I have my little elf in there. I've had that since I was 10. Look at all these cute Christmas-themed Boyd's bears. A friend of ours, she used to give me Boyd's bears for Christmas and birthdays, and so I'm sure most of these, maybe not all, but most of these probably came from her. And let's see what else we've got. I've got this pretty little angel here. She's got buttons all over her. She's a rag doll. And inside these tins, there's some more ornaments. I have a wooden angel there. And this Boyd's bear, it's an angel, and it is actually a tree topper. And I have some Christmas balls. And this basket, I put this garland around it. This is, my sister-in-law made this for me years ago, gave it to me for Christmas, and I used it to put around this basket. And I hung this little snowflake from the Dollar Tree on it. And inside the basket, there are more rag dolls and even more Boyd's bears. One more bin. This one says long decor and a box of ribbon. There were a lot of big items in that bin, so this is going to take me a while to figure out if I can use any of this. Okay, are you ready to see what I decided to let go of? I don't have this stuff in any particular order. As I gathered things, I just put it all in a bin. So I'll just show you what I have. I kind of went back and forth with these. My snowmen, I debated about keeping them. I had them in different places, and ultimately I just decided to go ahead and let them go. My ragdoll collection. I have several Raggedy Anns, and I have this pretty button angel. I kept my collection of ragdolls, and I was going to use them as decorations on my tree. So I had decluttered all of my other regular decorations that I used to put on the tree, and I just kept my Boyd's, bears, and my ragdolls. And the first year I put them on the tree, I just really enjoyed it. I loved it. Last year when I put them on the tree, it was like, it's okay. So that's the reason that I went and got new ornaments, in case anybody's wondering. Because I was like, I think I'm ready to let them go. And I wasn't sure, when I opened that bin if I would really do it. But I opened the bin and I'm like, yep, I'm ready. I really love this thing. It says Santa's on his way. And I enjoy the pillow, but I don't really have a place to put it. So I thought, I've never really used it. Maybe I can find somebody I can give it to as a gift. This cute mousse. I've used this for several years and I enjoy it, but I am ready to go ahead and let it go. Stocking, that's from the dollar store. This tree. This is one of the things that was in the bin that had the long decorations in it. And I actually thought that I was going to be ready to let a bunch of that stuff go, but I didn't. I think this is the only thing I let go out of that bin. I'm not positive, but I think so. So I was kind of surprised at that, to be honest. The gnome is leaving. Also, a little birdie and this little ball. And this ball. I used to do crafts, and one of the ladies who also put, she did crafts as well, and she had this also at the little place that I had stuff. Cute little snowman. The fairy that my sister gave me. My little kitty cat. This was a hard one. That used to be in my doll cabinet with my dolls. I don't know where this one came from, but this is a Boyd's Christmas angel. I don't know if I showed you this in the other part of the video, but this was in the cabinet, my pretties cabinet, and I decided I'm ready to let her go. She's an angel. She's very pretty. And also, I'm going to let this little angel go. Isn't she cute too? I have this heart. This is actually just some little Christmas balls and a little holly pick. And I tied a ribbon on it, and I had a little gift, put them in a brown paper lunch bag, and put one of these on every one of the bags. And I kept a couple of them to put on the trees every year. And I've used them, and I'm done with them now. This stocking, I'm not sure why I kept this one. One of those things where you can like wet the back of it and put it on a window. We've used it a few times. I'm ready to let it go. You can hang that on a doorknob or somewhere. Some old Christmas cards that I can go ahead and let go of. And one of my little Boyd's figurines. I decided I'm ready to let it go. Little bear, a little mousy, some little porcelain dolls. I put these on one of my purple trees last year. I'm ready to let them go. I mean, it's slow, but I am letting them go. I had a lot of red, a lot of gingham. I had a collection of angels, red gingham, all that stuff. I looked at it and I'm like, I'm ready to let it go. I wasn't ready to let it go before, but now I am, and so I am. And I have a little lammy ornament and another little Boyd's Bear Jingle Bell ornament. Two more things. And these might surprise you a little bit. I'm going to let go of my angel, tree topper, and my pink dress angel. Yeah, I decided to go ahead. I'm ready. I'm going to let him go. Now stick around if you want to see how I decorated with the things that I kept. And I used almost everything that I kept. Not quite, but almost. Now I'm going to give you a quick tour of how I decorated with the Christmas decorations that I kept. On the back of the couch, I put one of the table runners this way, and then I put the shorter table runner that way. So it looks kind of pretty, kind of festive. And my little pumpkin. And I added the Boyd's Bears to the Christmas tree just to give it a little pop of color, because all of the other decorations had red in them, and it felt like it needed a little pop of color in there just to coordinate with the rest of the room. You can see I put some poinsettias over there and some Boyd's Bears, my tall angel here, the other table runner. I put this box here. You can see all of these things. I have a couple of bears, the Boyd's Bears, in that basket. And here I have the little wooden sign. And I have one of my trolls, one that I kept, another little wooden sign. These two cushion covers have more of a pink shade to them, but that's okay because I'm going to leave these out as winter decor even after Christmas. I put this angel, this wooden angel, as a doorknob hanger. That's not what it is, but that's what I'm using it for. And this is what I did with my two cross stitches, Christmas cross stitches. And this is that little nativity set that I had out in the garage. And this plate, you probably can't tell, but there's a nativity on this plate. And I usually keep that in the cabinet in the kitchen as a little happy. I have it sitting, like these are sitting at the back. I have it sitting at the back of a cabinet. But I pulled it out to use it. And a little Avon tree. In this basket, we can put things in it. Have another little Boyd's Bear there. And here in this chair, that's Randy's shoe area. In this, this little Boyd's Bear, or, well, is that a Boyd's? I don't think that one's a Boyd's. It might be. Yeah, it is. That's a Boyd's. And I have a Christmas hat and a Dollar Tree ornament there. Here we have a Santa tree and some other things. This is actually one of the little tree skirts that I use with my little purple trees. This is a card from my friend Diana from Diana Simplifies. Another Boyd's Bear. So normally what I do now with my Christmas cards, instead of hanging them around the room, I will either put them in a place to decorate with, or I put them in this napkin holder. And if we want to look at them, we can pull them out and look at them. I didn't really change anything in my curio cabinet, but I always have a few Christmas pretties in there. In the kitty dining area, I have a few Christmassy items. This is actually a tin, and you can, this part right here is clear. So behind that, I took one of the little purple tree skirts, and you can see it's a red glittery in the snow here, or the white fur, and I put it behind there, so it gave a backdrop to that, and so I'm using it as a decoration. At the end of the bar, there are two shelves. On this one, I have some special things. This is my elf from when I was 10, and my sister's. She didn't want to keep her, so I took it. And this is it's a stocking bank that I got when I was a baby, so I've had that my whole life. And this was an ornament somebody that Randy worked with gave to him, and I just really like it, so I've kept it. And a couple of the tins that I had things packed in, some of the Christmas ornaments, so I'm using those as decor, and when I get ready to pack things away, I'll just grab them out. And of course, cat food. And the shelves, these 6 shelves on each side of the window in the kitchen, I put some of my smaller Christmas items. And over in this one, I always have that owl mug up there. It's Christmassy, but I like it. And I always have some Christmas items in this area of the cabinets in our kitchen. I keep pretty things in there. I don't need to put dishes in it, but it all looks nice together. I moved some things over on top of the gentleman's hutch here in the family room. And I have just a few things on this vanity. Randy got that for me a few years ago. It lights up. And I had these 2 Christmas ornaments, and I just hung those on these drawer pulls. You've already seen what I did with the scarves here in the family room. I also hung a little sign on my walking pad. And over here, I have a couple of stockings, one for Randy, one for me. A Christmas tree. That one, the base comes apart so that it stores flat. And I used my sleigh to put some more Boyd's Bears in. And that is a placemat. And I've had that for many years. I think I've had that maybe since the 80s. I'm not sure. Long time. This tree, it folds out, and it can be kind of like that, but it can fold out or it can be flat. So I'm using it flat. My Boyd's figurines. And behind them, to make it look prettier, I used a Dollar Tree scarf and some roping that had come on a package and I kept the roping because it was very long. I have that doubled over. So it just seemed a shame to let it go. It's come in handy. But that is what the fireplace and everything's looking like in this room. Let me know down in the comments if you did any decluttering along with me. Till next time, happy decluttering. Bye.